Welcome back to the Flaherty Solutions podcast. My name is Kevin Flaherty.
I'm Erin Flaherty.
So we're making a couple quick changes, and we want to make you aware that we are going to shorten everything down to about the 10-minute mark and maybe release more often, but maybe not, and give you direct access to, we just launched a video on YouTube. That'll probably be on Facebook also, but we might do more content just on the go.
Shorter, sweeter, to the point, more tactical.
And also, like I said, make sure you're subscribed to YouTube or the Flaherty Solutions Facebook page. Follow that because not everything may make it to the podcast.
Yeah. All right, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about who to not take advice from, which kind of gets me going and gets me mad.
Well, start off.
All
How
right.
does that make you mad?
It makes me mad for a couple reasons. Because number one, for my profession, taking advice from certain people that, friends or friends of friends that you think are well-to-do, and they just have terrible advice in the investment world. So I've come across a lot of that in my profession. But also on the entrepreneurial side, I've come across where I've had a brilliant idea, and I've talked to the wrong people. People that, once again, were well-to-do.
Well-meaning, maybe?
Well-meaning, friends of the family, made a fortune, but they made fortunes in certain industries. And what I was pitching, so for example, they made fortunes in mergers and acquisitions. That's big money, right? We're talking billions of dollars, and they were right in the middle between two pharmaceutical companies or whoever trying to form a huge conglomerate. They don't know anything about technology. Why am I pitching them a technology idea? Oh, that's a good idea, Kevin. You should go talk to our family friend about that. That's not the way.
Right. They're not the best advisor on all things business or all industries. That particular person was a good advisor on certain things.
Exactly.
But not others. Or didn't you give an example? Don't take investment advice from a doctor.
Yes. Okay, so
May I have my drink?
you may have your
Forgot it.
drink.
Thanks.
Are you going to hold it up like this is mine?
It is mine.
All right, so doctors, and actually the family friend that told me not to do the business idea also told me this advice, and this is very true because I know it for a fact, is doctors have some of the most discretionary income on the planet. So what does that mean? They pay their bills, and then they still have a ton of money left over. They are notorious for making really bad investment. All right. And what happens is, this is the same thing with venture capitalists. Venture capitalists are looking to hit one home run, and they'll take 10 bets. So say they have $1 million. They'll put 100,000 in this investment. They'll put 100,000 in this, et cetera, et cetera. They're hoping that 100,000 on one investment turns into 100 million.
Gotcha.
Where the other 900,000, they don't care that it's very statistically likely that it's going to go out of business.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
doctors historically are the same way, where they're like, well, we have 100,000 in the stock market already. Let's go try this. I heard in Tahiti for $50,000, you can buy an apartment and they'll rent it out for you. What a great idea. And you don't hear about their losers. You only hear about their winners.
And you're not seeing the other side of the story.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought about this when you said who not to take advice from. So let's just say you want to start a business idea, or you have a business idea, you want to start a business, and you're like, let me go run that by my grandma or my mom. Now, your grandma and your mom, I imagine if you're going to go run it by them, they are close to you, they love you, they know you. Now, they can provide good advice about who you are. Like, so it doesn't mean you shouldn't go to that person for counsel. It doesn't mean you shouldn't go to that person and tell them what you're thinking. It's that take their advice about what they're good at, and that's you.
Yeah.
Maybe they know you well, they know what's in your best interest, but maybe go get business advice from somebody else. Like, leave grandma and mom to advise you about your character and what they know about you.
Yeah.
But then the actual business idea, so maybe split it in two. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that don't go to that person.
Yeah, you want to go to grandma. You want to go to a good
A
support
priest, a pastor,
for certain things.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's our halfway mark. That's how we. That's how we keep.
Let's never do that again.
Sorry, that's how we keep it short and sweet.
We'll just go by the timer on the screen.
Okay, I won't start it again.
But to your point, to the other day, I'm working on a whole different avenue for my YouTube channel. And I don't just want to do the traditional, like buy my shirt, buy my hat, buy my merch. I want to go a different route. And I was showing a couple friends that are very loyal to the channel. So let's just say they're fans. And they're yes people. Like, yes,
well,
this is
they
a
will
great...
buy everything you put out. So true fans will buy everything you put out. That does not mean they represent everybody.
But I know what I know now, that I'm like, oh, this feels so good. I have a good idea. But I was like,
massaging you.
That's a few of them. It's not 100,000 people that are gonna buy this product for $4. So I have to take that with a grain of salt.
Can you do a poll of not just your fans, like not just your Facebook group? Can you do a poll that's going to give you an accurate?
And here's why I don't want to do that is, luckily the spend to build this product is under $100. All right, so it's a digital download of a PDF. And what that means is I'll be selling it for $3.99. So I need to sell 20 of these to recover my costs.
Okay.
So it's very inexpensive. It's me putting my toe in the water on a real product versus the poll, which I have had disastrous results where people said, yes, I would love to use this. And they all are your friends that nobody's telling you no. And it's a great idea. You should move forward with this. I think it's costing me $55 actually total to get the product developed and delivered. That's a cost that's worth the expense.
I wonder if at the end of a poll you can actually get them to buy. Like, hey, would you buy this? Would you like to now? Right?
Yeah. Well, and I think the proper way to do that is you set up sorry, our kid is sign languaging us. What do you want? More of what?
After this.
Yeah, we'll be done in a couple minutes.
Yeah, just a minute. Oh, we're gonna do a reading lesson after this, so yeah, I'm excited to finish up. We'll do a reading lesson.
All right, we're gonna finish up. Welcome to our Saturday morning, folks. Mm-hmm. All right, so the better way to do that is to create a landing page where you say, if you're interested in this product, the concept page, you can actually direct people to sign up for their email to say, as soon as this product becomes available, I will send you an email, and that initiates the buy. That's because I feel like where you go for a poll is on Facebook, and it's a group of your Facebook friends.
Right.
And they're going to be very like, yeah. And then the time comes, they're like, oh, I got to spend like $25 on like Aaron or Kevin's crappy product.
Yeah.
I don't really want that.
Yeah.
So that's where I think you might be better off.
Okay.
But back to any other thoughts on who not to take advice from?
Well, if you want to achieve a certain level of success, don't take advice from people who have never experienced that.
This 100%. So you're talking to other entrepreneurs. Talk to them.
So I'm talking, if you are going for something that's going to escalate your level of income, it's going to escalate your lifestyle. It's going to be something that not everybody gets to attain. Like, you can ask anybody, like, what kind of apples should I buy at the grocery store? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, ask anybody. But if you want advice on something that's going to propel you above where a lot of people get, income, career, status, a certain product that only certain people can afford. When you want advice from something about that, do not go to people who have not experienced that. Yeah. Because they have no idea. And they have no idea because they think it's very unrealistic, or it's unicorn, or you have to do some sort of scam to get there. You want to talk to someone who has realized that sort of income, success, career level product,
Yeah.
whatever, who actually knows what they're talking about. Don't talk to somebody who hasn't. I mean, that sounds obvious, but I think people do it all the time.
They definitely do it because we don't want to get rejected. And here's what I'm going to finally, to summarize this whole podcast, is where it's a conflicting message, right? Because you're supposed to push through those hurdles, those steps in your business, right? Getting people that are like, no, that's not a good idea. You're supposed to fight through your
That's
hurdles.
that's a whole other podcast. That's a whole
Yeah,
other topic,
but
is
what
pushing
I'm
through those hurdles.
But what I'm saying is, if you can't push yourself to talk to the right people, like, so you want to talk to an experienced business person
Right.
that has had that entrepreneurship, has made it, and you can't even get through the door to talk to that person, you're not ready, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You need to push through the right hurdles.
And it's actually, if you put your mind to it, most people who have experience doing better than you in something, have made more money, have had more success or whatever, they're usually really happy to help.
Yes.
As long as
You have to get to that person.
right. And they don't have, I mean, you don't have to get to like a celebrity. I mean,
Yeah.
there are people accessible
Within
to
your
you,
community.
within your community, within your reach, who really want to help you. And
What I'm saying is some people are afraid to send them that email.
oh, gotcha.
They're
Oh,
afraid
okay.
to pick
Just
up
do
that
it.
phone.
Just do it.
Just do it, is what my point is. So with that, I would say careful who you get advice from and fight through your comfort zone to get to the right people.
Love
You
it.
guys, as always, have been great. See you soon.